What's going on, guys? It's Dorian from Cravings today, here to show off a undefeated Mystic Mine deck profile. Forgive the remote duel setup. I was testing some things and I thought I'd give this a shot. To start, we'll do monsters. We play very few monsters because it's a Mystic Mine deck. Planet Pathfinder just searches you your monster. This can get impermed or effect veilered and stay on your field. If they know what they're doing and they know what you're doing, then they're going to do that to this card. So try and get rid of this card as fast as possible. This is one of the earliest side outs. Something a little bit more controversial and new and unexpected is 3 Amano Awato. Amano helps get your mind secured, it helps get you to dig, it helps get you to look for things, it prevents Droll, it prevents Effect Veiler, prevents Ash Blossom, and those are the things that you want to make sure you stop. This is also great when they don't want to summon and you can just attack for 19, which I did a few times. However, if you need to know the ruling, once you play Mystic Mine and you own a monster more than that, the effect that activates in the end phase to bounce it back to your hand cannot, so it does remain on the field. Of course, triple Mystic Mine. Can't play the deck without these three. I didn't open any tins last year, so I never got any secrets. I'm looking for secrets, but hoping to get some value on them. It's also just like incredibly hard because apparently you can't order from TCG Player while you're in Canada at the moment, so that's just unfortunate. For now, we'll just stick with our original supers. 3 field barrier. Through testing and through practice, it has been confirmed that, from what I'm understanding, this is a going second Mystic Mine deck. There are not that many traps in this deck, you'll see later on. The idea is that field barrier is to keep and secure your card should you have to go first. I know a lot of other players don't prefer to have field barrier in the deck because you would use this if you need to secure mine on the field with no monsters, and if they don't choose to summon, then that's okay. But this is just an added layer of protection if they don't also play in deck or in main deck banishing to get rid of mine. But if they do, then it's kind of int. But it's been okay. I've considered swapping this out for something else, but for now it's been okay. We've got 3 Pot of Duality. An important subject is that with a lot of practice with Silent Wobby and a few other things, Pot of Duality it has a condition to prevent you from special summoning, and you cannot Silent Wobby them on the turn you open Pot of Duality, or that you want to use Pot of Duality, and you want to use Pot of Duality every turn. So you can't do that. So Silent Wobby remains in the side, and I usually take out the pots if I need to just hard secure the mine, but for now it's pretty integral to the deck. Of course, something super integral to the deck that's been great, better than Extravagance. However, I would consider playing Extravagance and Prosperity, but 3 Pot of Prosperity, it helps you dig. You don't need your extra deck at all. I've resolved 3 of these in duels, where I go 6, 6, and 3. It's great. It's wonderful. There really is no restriction. The only thing that's practiced that I need to practice more is putting them at the bottom of the deck, constantly remembering that the cards that you do not choose go to the bottom of the deck in any order, and that's the situation. Why you can't play this deck in a remote duel is because of this card. This card says you get to stack your opponent's deck. It's a Valkyrie card, Goddess Skulls Oracle, but I considered cutting this down to 2. I tested it, but it's so integral to keeping your match favored in your position. A lot of times, ignoring like your burn win con, if you prevent them from ever getting the cards, a lot of people just scoop on the Oracle. Now that we have in-person play again, I'm able to play this card in the deck. I'm able to even play the deck and prevent them from getting into any hand traps or any preventative measures that remove my playability. Triple left arm also considered going down to 2, but left arm is just a really good card because it allows you to get what you need. If you need your burn card, if you need an oracle, if you need a field barrier, if you need a pot, um, if you need prohibition, that's what it's been good for. Because a lot of the things are continuous and you're not setting, you don't get to really worry about anything like that, and the condition is okay. And a lot of times you just grab the mine because you'll toss your whole hand for a mine when you need it. Triple Prohibition. I had a French one. I got rid of it for a secret. I really like the way the secrets look. Prohibition is great. This deck they might think is everyone thinks the deck is Helmet. It's not. You have to learn every single deck. You have to learn every single deck's win condition. You have to practice against every deck. You have to know what to stop. If you had a hand trap and you knew what to stop in every deck, would you play it? Yes, you would. This isn't a hand trap, but this prevents them from playing. Knowing that you Prohibition Tenki, or that you Prohibition another player's mind, not engage, or you Prohibition multi-roll, or that you Prohibition the specific shit all matchup, or Nadir Servant, or Ecclesia, or Entis that pops your field, that pops your mind. It's super important. It's super relevant. I think it's super good. I wish I saw it more. I see it less. Um, so I might adjust some ratios to maybe see this more because it's really good. Not so spicy, but pretty standard, is 3 Demise of the Land. When your opponent special summons a monster, you activate it. Activate mine. Right? You can, if you happen to lose the die roll or rock, paper, scissors, or whatever it is, and you go first, you can just set up a board that prepares for the opponent to play, and then just play. It's just better multiverse, honestly. Or what's it called? Metaverse. Multiverse. Look at me all Disneyed up. This was kind of strange to me. I kept getting Cauldron removed, banished, whatever, dead, and I only played the one win con, so it's kind of like playing Final Destination and the Cauldron. If I had a Final Destination, I would play it. Haven't been able to get my hands on it yet, but for now, I just play double Cauldron because I'm able to kind of roll the dice on whether I get it or not. I never activate 2, but it's just good to have when you need it. This is the spice that has won me so many duels. Everyone in the game wants to play going first right now. Everyone in the game has big monster boards and they set up big negates. And when I play against uh, dragons or anything that puts up a multi-negate board, tri-brigade, whatever, I just dark ruler them and then they can't stop me. And if I dark ruler activate Mystic Mine, that's it. That's it. The mine. You just have to secure the mine, and you can't secure the mine without stopping their negates. So you play this to stop their negates. You also play these two to stop their back row negates. So when they don't have a lot of monsters and they're playing back row negates, you get this and you use these before you activate mine. Lightning Storm to clear the back row. Sometimes to clear the front row, you can Dark Ruler then Lightning Storm, which I've done. It's pretty fun. Harpy's Feather Duster is great just to get rid of the back row. That's all you got to do. I play one of each. Obviously, Harpy's Feather Duster is at a one of, but I just don't own another Lightning Storm. If I had more Lightning Storms, I'd probably cut the other Cauldron for another Lightning Storm to get it to 2. Of course, finally, your 2 Searchers. One to get you a mine, so another Demise of the Land without a condition, and Terraforming just gets you the mine, similar to Planet Pathfinder. And finally, of course, one of this. Because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, I played Red Reboot. And Red Reboot was great going first, and it was great going second. Because it's a going second deck, I looked at all the going second cards that are really good, and I decided that Red Reboot was great. Into the Salad matchup, into the Shit All matchup, into even Cyber Dragons. I just don't want them to activate their random searchable traps that they can get and use on my cards that do a million things. And the only problem I see is that Red Reboot allows them to set another, and then they can just use the cards next turn. And because mine doesn't beat you in a turn, it does allow them, if played incorrectly, to gain a lot more advantage than you expect. And I would much rather not play this card and play something like Heavy Storm Duster or something else. Even Hate Trunade. Literally, like another counter trap. We've been looking at 7 Tools of the Bandit or something else to just like stop cards from being played. Because it's a going second and you can activate this from hand, that's kind of why I like it. So I might consider cutting this for the 3rd Lightning Storm or a Cosmic or something, just something else. And this was, a lot of it was for, I've been practicing with people who have been main decking Imperial Order, and sure, it's a one of, theirs is a one of too. If I see it and they see theirs, then at least I can flip it back down. They don't really have another trap they're going to set, and at least I can play the game and secure my stuff on board. It's bad. I don't think it's good. I think it's been good enough, and that's what's helped me win, but I've won in other ways without really worrying about Raid Reboot. And that's everything for the main deck. I believe it's 40 cards. So that's really good. To speak to the whole going first thing, I have the going first cards in the side deck because when they think that you're a going second deck, you switch to going first. So 3 Dark Bribe, 3 Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell, 3 Solemn Judgment. This is just like the standard side in versus side out, what I'm doing, what I have been doing. And then 3 Silent Wobby for when I have to go first and I need to secure a monster with mine without Field Barrier, or with Field Barrier, because you can play this and Field Barrier and just give them a monster and not. And to confirm, those who don't know or are unsure in the ruling, and those who are learning the Mystic Mind ways, you gain 2,000 life, they draw a card. When this card resolves, okay? There is no, it's like a kaiju. It doesn't activate in your hand and they get a choice to respond. You special summon it directly to their side of the field. That's it. If a monster effect cannot activate, you cannot special summon it. But otherwise, you can special summon it. Also, the thing that people forget all the time is that their hand size is restricted to 3 cards. So in their end phase, you have to triple check if they keep the Silent Wobby that their hand size is at 3. So they have to discard from 4 to 3 in their end phase. Finally, something that came up a lot more, just like I said, Imperial Order hate and random control, strange like multi-role striker stuff that just like stays on the field. Lots of stuff that got rid of that helped when I needed Unending Nightmare. So I play 3 Unending Nightmare. I would change this part of the side deck if I could. Maybe Red Reboot, maybe not. I would find more cards that best suited this situation. More things to counter, more things, more counter traps, honestly, to put in there, because once people start picking up on back row hate again, it's going to get more problematic to play this deck. And we're actually at the perfect time to be playing where a lot of people aren't playing back row hate. That's what's super good. Your extra deck doesn't matter. So you can play whatever you want. So in the last tournament, I played an entirely link-based deck, and I just picked my favorites, my favorite arts: Nightmare Phoenix, Avermax, Land for Linkus, Griffin, Secret Griffin, Proxy Dragon. Remember Proxy Dragon? That used to be the hotness, right? Appaloosa, Transcode Talker. Shouts out to Borlo, Transcode, Thalma Greats, Relinquished Anima that I recently picked up for Cyber Dragons, Gaia Saber. That obviously it's like a Link vanilla. It's very rare that you see Land for Linkus and Gaia Saber. Heradic Seal, shout out to Thunder Dragons, Gravity Controller, Boral Sword to kill people with, and Nightmare Unicorn. It may look like it's a waste, but should I somehow be given tokens or restrictions in any way, I have a way to get rid of the tokens, to at least slim down my monster count. And it may look like these are just link monsters, but sometimes they can be useful. Just don't put yourself in that position. Anyways, shouts out to Cravings, everyone I know, everyone I love, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about Mystic Mind, you want to let me know how bad the deck is, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Shouts out to Jeff Leonard, shouts out to everybody that plays this deck, and everybody that enjoys playing this deck. I think an opinion that I do want to share is people want to know why I play this deck. Is it that I choose to like make people feel bad? And the answer is not that I like to make people feel bad. I actually love seeing people get out of problem, and it's like problem solving, and my deck is the problem, and I like watching them creatively think and figure out how to beat me. I'm never that upset that I get beaten as long as I play really well and they find a really creative way to do it. And I think that to me is super important, and that's why I like playing the deck. However, you will see better decks on this channel. I know we've been pretty ghost, but COVID has been pretty harsh on everybody. Everybody moved. People are away. Events are only just opening up thanks to Konami. And I think that we're going to love seeing you all back in person again. So, we'll see you soon. Later.